P and Killer. Dropping heat like we should, up and coming like morning wood and something good. Kicking the real to those that wanna rock with us. No slowing down and it ain't no stopping us. We've been rocking over 2 years long. The best podcast, best intro song. Forget the facts, opinions, we got those. And we make them run loose like a snot nose. It's bootleg, ain't nothing fake about it either. So sit back and watch, go grab a slice of pizza. But we prefer the subs, so hit the red button and you'll be notified when we said something. Hit the thumbs up, share it with your folks. Make sure to leave a comment, give your thoughts on our quotes. This ain't for the Ralph Tresvant crowd. You offended, wanna exit? Then you can now. It's Bootleg Cable Podcast. It's Bootleg Cable Podcast.
What it is, good people,
Cable
it's your boy
Podcast.
Double.
Bootleg
Back on that
Cable
ass for another
Podcast.
episode of Bootleg
It's
Cable
Bootleg
Podcast.
It's
Yes, he's your boy Kyle.
Cable
Sorry,
Podcast.
retardy. You know,
It's Bootleg
Don't write us
Cable
up.
Podcast.
It is, man. We be tardy for the party sometime. Episode 131 on you.
yeah, man. Yeah.
How y'all doing out there?
Yeah, hopefully y'all good, enjoying life. Yeah, you got a feedback? You heard him?
I ain't hear him.
Yeah.
How y'all doing again? All right.
All right. One more time on the left. How y'all doing? All right, right side. How y'all doing? I think the right side doing better than the left side. Left side, you want to compete? One more time. How y'all doing?
Oh shit! How was your week, brother?
Week was love, man. You know, I'm here, man, surviving. You know what I mean? Just maintaining, man, loving life, man. You know.
I feel you.
Not really living my best life, but you know, what I mean, I'm enjoying life even still, though. You know.
That's what's up. I was at the crib the other day and I was talking to the kids, and I was telling them, I was just like, yo, I just kind of said it jokingly. I was just like, yo, thinking about taking my hand at stand-up comedy, bro.
Okay. My brother tried that before. That's a bold
It
thing
is.
to do.
It is.
That's a bold thing to do, man. You think you got like how long of a set do you feel like you can pull off?
Right now, well, I don't have material written down, so let me.
Oh,
let
so
me
you
pause
one of
a
them?
little
You
bit.
one of them?
Let me pause.
You
a
one
little
of them? That I could do it. If y'all could do it, I could do it.
No, definitely not. Definitely
right.
not. But I think that I have a sense of humor that could work.
Yeah.
For stand up,
Uh-huh.
and I think that I've performed before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Am I the greatest performer or whatever? Nah, but you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
I've stood out in front of a crowd with a whole bunch of faces staring at me, type
Yeah.
shit, and I feel
All
like
right.
I could pull it off.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If I rehearse it and stuff like that, so it's like just me saying that. Like recently, I just been kind of thinking about like a lot of different things that I find funny and how you can kind of bring funny to certain situations. And I guess it came from when we had spoke about the whole XXXTentacion situation and how I feel like the joke didn't really land and stuff like that. But the audience, like you said, they laughed at it and whatever. But I was just thinking about it, dude. Like
You gotta know your audience.
Yeah. I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like I could put my pen to paper and come up with something that's
So you
dope.
was expressing that to the kids. So what you be killing them with dad jokes?
No. but when I expressed it to him, what was well, tell us a joke. Tell me a joke, funny man.
Maybe laugh right now on command.
Exactly. So it's like when you think about stuff like that, it's just kind of like the same thing when I say, yo. I tell people like, yeah, I used to rap back in the days, or you know what I mean. I still write bars and I still record music here and there, whatever. Well, spit a verse from me. Nigga, I'm not spitting.
Let me hear Hot 16 right quick.
Yeah, I'm not spitting a fucking
first
verse
of
for
all,
you.
who are you?
Exactly.
You know, so
the same thing when they said that, I was just kind of like,
man, who are y'all?
Who are y'all?
I mean, I know you, my kids.
Yeah, but
who are you? I mean, I know everything about you, but who are you?
for real, like I'm a grown ass man. I'm supposed to try to make you laugh. You're supposed to try to make me laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I'm just thinking,
FOH, yo.
exactly. And I'm kind of looking at it like, yo, if you wouldn't understand my kind of comedy because you too young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here just I ain't one of them dudes that do goofy stuff and you know what I mean. Like I'm gonna tell you some.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Hey, you know what? I've been listening to a lot of his comedy lately. Tony Rock, yo, Chris Rock brother.
He's funny as hell.
He's funny as hell, man.
Yeah.
He got I like dudes that like, yo, just hit you with the rapid humor, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bit after bit after bit, it's just funny. You know what I mean? it's he could sum up a whole half-hour show in 10 minutes, and you know what I'm saying, give you some hot material, man. So do funny as hell, man. Yeah.
And the dope thing about that too, especially really good comedians, is the ability to freestyle. You know what I'm saying? You interact with the audience. Yeah. And to be honest with you, I think you have that, bro. I think you could be real dope, like at stand up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? With your ability to freestyle and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've thought about that, but you know what scares me is like somebody heckling me and
you don't have to come back.
I don't got to come back. I'll be like, how am I gonna look up there if I ain't got the punchline to hit them back over the head? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's constant practice, though. You know?
True, but and even that, like, I was thinking when you say comeback, it reminded me of, I saw something on, I think it was Shade Room or one of them little blog spots or whatever, where Megan Thee Stallion had posted a video or a picture of her half naked, and somebody commented, and it was just like, yo, man. You might as well become a part-time stripper, because you always naked, you half naked all the time anyway. So I think you make good money and whatever. Homegirl responded, she was like, man, go clock in.
Bars.
Just like
bars.
Okay.
Man, who are you?
So even
she shot from the sky though. That's not hard to do.
True.
I guess you really got to be up there with your ego. Like you gotta shoot from the sky.
Yeah. You might be right, man. So I sent you a video on Instagram. And the video, yeah. I don't know if you watched it or not, but the video was
some of the videos y'all be sending me, man. I be like,
scroll. Hey, it be like that sometimes.
Yeah, it be like that.
Especially when they come back to back to back.
Yeah.
For y'all that be sending people videos
back
on Instagram, don't hit us with the back to back to back. Like, I'm not gonna watch them back to back.
Give me a second to let it marinate.
Yeah. Like you can't send more than one video within 15 minutes. Bro.
Yeah, and I don't accept multiple videos from the same person. So
okay.
You know, if you send me the same person, like, yo, I'm like, you already seen this.
Yeah.
To some variation.
Yeah, so
to some capacity already. So don't send it again.
The video that I sent you was it was a group of women that was talking. I guess it's something called Sip and Talk or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's some kind of sit down where they give people liquor and they talk about shit. So one of the conversations, I guess, was they asked a bunch of women, what would you do if your man lost a fight in front of you? So one of the girls was just like, yo, like they had some thorough chicks on there. They had some lames. Yeah. Like they had the whole flavor.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Baskin Robbins. How many flavors Baskin Robbins had? They had the flavors on there.
That's good. That's good variety.
So they was talking about the shit, and one of the girls was like, I don't know. It's like, you know, do we got the blicky? I need the blicky on me. If that's the case. So,
shit, yo, you know what?
Some of them was like, I don't know. I look at him different if he can't protect me and blah 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 blah. And other chicks was like, well, how bad did he lose?
Okay.
It's just like a, you know what I'm saying, good spectrum of what would you do if that was the situation. Yeah. So on the flip side, I'm asking, has that ever been a situation for you?
You know what? No. Thankfully, thank God, I've never. I never had to fight in front of any of my females, or defending my females' honor in that sense. But you know what? I used to run with whether it's false or true, like for whatever reason, my females always feel like I got them though.
Do you got them, like, or they feel like you got them?
They feel like I got them. You know what I'm saying? And I got them, but like the way they speak of me is in a sense like, yo, my man will kill you, yo. Yeah. Or I ain't want to tell you that because I know you killed that nigga. Like, what? Word? Nigga kind of big, baby, but yeah, I fucked that nigga up. What you mean? Glad you ain't tell me that, then. I done came straight to that office. What you mean? No, I wouldn't have been there.
So I actually had a situation when I was in out of high school, just out of high school, where I fought in front of my girl at the time. Yeah, and basically, it was a situation where I had gotten to some shit with a dude at a basketball court before. Yeah. So we was playing ball. Some shit happened on the basketball court. This nigga ended up throwing a bottle at me and running off. Right, and the bottle hit the back of it hit the ground, and that shit hit the leg. and cut my leg up. I ended up having to get like 12, 13 stitches or some shit like that on my leg. And the nigga ran in his car and jumped off. You know what I'm saying? Ran off. So it's one of them situations was like, man, anywhere I see this nigga, it's on sight, whatever. All right, So I just happened to be at the movies with my girl and my homeboy at the time, my homeboy Kevin, R.I.P. Kevin. And like I seen the dude at the movie theater and I was like, oh shit, that was him. That nigga saw me. All right, nigga, I threw up their hands and blam blam. Did handle my business, knocked this nigga out at the movie theater. And his homeboy tried to jump in and all kind of shit. Basically, I handled my own. Yeah. So at the end of it all, like the talk, like my girl at the time, she was telling her girl, like we went to her homegirl house. She's like, oh, and da 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 da. And I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah. You bet you are.
You goddamn right.
Goddamn right. I did my thing. I did it. Didn't I? Tell him again. Right? Which other homegirl can you call? Because I want you here to tell everybody.
And she was like, and he was just like, boom, boom, boom. And then the dude fell on the ground. And like, that shit was crazy. And she was just telling the whole story. She was like super duper amped about it.
Okay.
So I just, like, when I saw that, I just can't think of being on the other end of that where it's just like,
yo, oh yeah, you taking that L for the
like she holding the ice pack on your eyes.
Yeah,
like, yo,
hey,
what
listen.
happened? What happened, baby?
Listen,
you had him at first.
Yeah. Nah, you know who I appreciate? I appreciate the female out that's down to jump in and take a couple swings at your ass if you come and try to run up on me at the you know what I'm saying? Those even if I took the L, like you gotta come in there and push that off of me, hit him with the purse, something. We gonna walk up out of there because you know, I appreciate those other females, man. But I don't know. I got to speak to. I want to speak to somebody that may have taken the loss. Like, how did that go? Did that, you know what I'm saying? Did she start checking you a little bit more at the house? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, you ain't say that when.
right? Yeah, damn. Why the dishes ain't washed? To me, why the dishes ain't washed? You want me to call up Dub over here? Like, you know, like.
You wasn't talking that tough when such and such was in your ass.
Exactly. He's talking about that. That's why you got your ass whooped.
I feel like you'll never live it down, dude. It's with a certain kind of female, you'll never live it down.
Oh, bro. Yeah. Well, that's gonna be that ammunition that they had. That's gonna be the last gun in the clip, man. Yeah. They're gonna pull it out of nowhere when you don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? When y'all having an argument or something like that. You know, that's why your ass got whooped at movie code, bitch.
That was suck, bro.
Oh, man.
And then I sent the same video to the wife, and she was like, oh, you know, it's funny that you sent that because I had a dream the other night that like me and her was somewhere, and then somebody tried to grab her ass, and I basically got into a fight with the dude that grabbed her ass, whatever. She was like, she didn't remember you know what I'm saying, but that was the scenario. So she was like, it was funny.
I think a majority of females feel like they do is gonna protect them.
They should.
I feel like a majority of them feel like that, you know. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but I think a majority of them feel that way. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, not even about protecting a woman.
No, not protecting, but
just in general. Like if you got into a scrap in front of you.
Well, yeah, because protection, you know what I mean, involves whether or not you be able to fight and defend yourself. You know what I mean? So that allure or that illusion is there until you get into a fight in front of them. Then that mystique might be lost if you take that L. You know what I'm saying? So then when I say protect, she might feel like, yeah, you took that L. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, somebody breaking this house, you ain't got me. Forget this. This relationship is over. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. So speaking of protection, what's been going on in the news for a little while now is the boy ASAP Rocky.
Oh, okay, yeah.
ASAP Rocky not supposedly, we saw the video. He got into some kind of altercation overseas in Sweden. Yeah. And it's videos of him like stomping a dude or
thrashing, throwing a dude on the floor.
Kicking him, something like that. Yeah, so
his bodyguard choking dude out.
Yeah. So this has been the ordeal that's been going on for like almost a month now. Yeah. So he been in Sweden losing all kind of cake because he was in jail and blah 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 blah, and then somehow the boy Donnie decided to
45 got involved with it, man. So look at Donnie out here, man, hooking up the black community, man. First it was, you know, LeVar Ball getting his son out of freaking, what was it, Japan or something for stealing his stove.
Yeah.
And now, you know what I mean, he holding down ASAP Rocky, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The black community, man. My blacks.
So what I know I know that it's it can become a national thing when we're talking about one of our citizens, popular citizens from here, getting into something overseas and being treated unfairly in our eyes. So what do you think it was initially that made Donald Trump decide to get involved?
I mean, definitely for the black vote. What you mean? I mean, like, in a situation like that, who's the first person you're gonna come running to? Like, yo, like, who needs to do something about this? He's the one that has authority to do something about this. So of course they're gonna bring it to him. Like, all right, Kanye, you know, all right, Steve Harvey, you know what I mean? All right, you know what I mean, John Brown, like, oh, yo, this is the man that y'all say freeing people, da da da. Okay, we need you now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Go get our boy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and this is one of them instances where, you know, I'm not the black community. I'm an individual. You know what I'm saying? So, if Donald Trump, in fact, they're saying that he didn't get him off, right? They saying that
he didn't.
They say that he didn't. But if he did, in fact, get him off, who other outside of ASAP Rocky, does the black community owe Donald Trump a thank you?
No.
Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
But obviously that's what he's pandering for, though.
He's pandering for that, right?
But I think that he chose the wrong person, right? And this is a topic that I wanted to talk about for a little, you know what I'm saying? I guess ever since it jumped off, but now since he got released or whatever, I guess it's a better time to talk about it. But I think that he jumped on it as in trying to make it seem like ASAP Rocky was this rapper that's representing the black community and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, of course
but
not.
as soon as the shit happened, all kinds of shit started coming out of, you know, old tweets or old comments that ASAP Rocky made when he was talking about, I don't know, whether it be Trayvon Martin or, you know what I'm saying, different situations where he was just like, yo, man, I ain't getting involved with that. You know what I mean? As long as I got money, I got bitches, I got da-da-da-da.
I talk about bitches and being fly. And he's like the black rap Madonna. Like, you know, materialistic all the way, you know?
Yeah. So Trump took this up thinking that, yo, black people was gonna rally behind him and whatever. And if he was able to talk to somebody and get him freed, then it's gonna make him look good. And obviously, the black community would gain more black support.
Yo, for real. You seen Trump's tweet? He bodied that tweet. I ain't gonna lie.
Trump got bars, right?
Yo, Trump came at it with the bars.
So Trump came with the bars, right? So check out the tweet. ASAP Rocky released from prison on his way home to United States from Sweden. It was a rocky week. Get home ASAP. ASAP.
Bars.
DeMarco. Do you think he wrote them shits, dude? You think he wrote these shits?
That's straight off Donnie, bro.
That was
off the dome.
That was off the dome. Freestyle status.
That was freestyle status, man. Read it again. Read it some bars. Put some behind that for me, please.
ASAP Rocky released from prison on his way home to the United States from Sweden. That wasn't it, though.
Yeah.
This is where it's at, though.
Yeah, right here.
It was a rocky week.
Rocky week.
Get home ASAP.
ASAP.
It was kind of almost similar to the, you know what I'm saying, Jay-Z bars. I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Inside of Donnie wrote that or Rick Ross wrote it. One of the two.
So we just need to put a little It was a rocky
week.
Get home
ASAP.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
I mean, he's gonna take credit for it, and unfortunately, it's not gonna be the black community that believes that he did that. It's gonna be the white community that say, "Hey, listen,
of course,
Donnie got you guys. See, he freed one of these Negroes."
And you know what?
They're not gonna believe for a second that he wasn't a part of what took place there.
Correct, because I was talking to some people about it at the job, and they had brought up something, and it was like, they have tweets that's referencing this story. I don't know. I don't use Twitter that often, so I guess you can kind of bring it up and see what people have been tweeting about the whole situation. And you have people that say, yo, the black community is going to say that Donald didn't have any.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he only did this to pander and whatever. What else did he freaking do it for?
Right.
What?
I mean,
because when if you remember the initial press conference or whatever it was when he spoke about this. He was just like, Melania, she put me onto ASAP Rocky.
She's a part of the fashion world, and you know what I mean, all that jazz.
Yeah.
So she would know about ASAP Rocky.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? He was talking like, like the way he was saying ASAP Rocky, you could tell that he had never heard of this dude
in his life. Yeah. And just to see the president on the White House lawn saying, ASAP Rocky. Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, yo. But again,
say his real name or something.
Again, right, exactly, right. So that's why sometimes I'm like, these rapper names be kind of outlandish. Like, really think about your name being said on CNN.
Yeah,
like, how would it come across? You know what I'm saying?
Same like when we was interviewing the boy Ro when he was just like, picture me being on whatever, a ridiculous role.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But then he changed his name back to Ridiculous. So.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. But this is one of the scenarios. Like I said, sometimes we should identify as individuals or just straight out Americans instead of a skin color. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is one of them situations where I'm not necessarily saying, keep ASAP, but that, you know what I mean? He has said that he's not, for the movement.
Yeah.
In that instance. So, while I don't want to see no man being locked up. I want to see everybody have their freedom. Mm-hmm. It's not like I'm like really grieving out here for him like that. Yeah. It's like, free him, but if you don't though.
And then yeah. All right.
It's like, free that man. But if y'all don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
And at the same time we understand because if you look at the situation, support I'm sure he not out in Sweden just picking fights. None of these rappers is out here really just picking fights. Like for what? What would be the purpose behind that?
Yeah, so it was obvious that young man, those two individuals that they got into the scuffle with, I don't think they really wanted to fight. They was definitely doped up or high on some ish, bro. You could tell, like, they was not in the right sense of mind.
Definitely,
the English probably wasn't there. Communication was lost in that instance, and that it had a lot to do with that. You know what I mean? And I feel like in a sense they did take maybe too much advantage of the situation while thrashing them. Like a quick knockout blow would have sufficed. You didn't have to
gone too far, bitch.
Yeah, break bottles and cut hands and all kinds of jazz. Like
I feel you. So MGK recently was on the Everyday Struggle.
Yeah,
and he kind of brought up back this whole Eminem situation.
Okay,
I didn't actually watch the interview.
Yeah.
I'm going off of an article that I read, and basically the gist of it was that he wants to go bar for bar with Eminem.
Okay, so what does that exactly mean? Because didn't he already go bar for bar with Eminem? They already had a rap battle. That is going bar for bar. I'm sorry. So what now? What do you see talking about?
His quote here is, "Put us on a track, see who comes harder."
Pause.
Yeah. Ooh. Thank you for that one. Yeah, man, you got me. You saved me. so
I got you, bro.
That was his quote. And what he is trying to say is put them on the same song and see who comes harder.
Yeah.
Pause. When we talking about is that what we talking about, or are we talking about going at each other?
Nah, I think he's talking about who's gonna have the best verse.
Okay, so like in hindsight, did Jay-Z and Eminem go bar for bar on?
No, they did not,
because they wasn't competing.
No, they weren't competing, but they, like rappers will say, it's always a competition in a sense. So regardless if you had a second verse or first verse, as long as you know you're on the song with someone else,
it's competing.
It's competition. You have to kill it or hold your own with that person.
And I think Styles P kind of second what you said now, where he was talking about whenever him and Jada and Luch, when they were gonna get on the I'm trying to kill him. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So with that being said, diss tracks. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think that there have ever been a diss track where two MCs get on the same song. Like say, all right, nigga.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Not intentionally, no.
Not intentionally.
It's happened where, like get off the TIP of my dick, Ludacris.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying, of course, 4231, LL Cool J and Cannabis.
That probably might be the only
right.
But Cannabis didn't know that he was.
Didn't know, and Cannabis wasn't actually going that L.
Yeah.
So in both instances, you know what I'm saying, even with the TIP and Ludacris, I don't think T.I. knew that Luda was gonna come at him like that. So I don't think that song actually exists. I think I ran across that concept by you one time. Like, I want to see two people on the same track and just kind of diss each other back and forth on a song on track.
And like I was saying to you, me and the homies did that back in the days where we intentionally did that. One gets 16, one gets 16, then it's like, you know what I'm saying?
You did tell me that. You did tell me that. Mm-hmm.
I think that should be the new wave, bro. Like if you wanna come at me, let's make a song about it.
Yeah.
We can make money off of it.
Whatever the
absolutely.
Case is. Instead of releasing random songs, And
I think that they should come up with a freaking format where you could literally put the two joints side to side and be like, yo, son got you on this one.
Right.
Eminem got you. MGK got you. Whatever the case is. I think that would be that would be one of the dopest things for hip hop going forward.
Right, yeah. Do it in the URL format. Like, everybody gets 3 verses, right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You get first, I get second, you get third, and then we just judge it off based off that. Or best out of 3.
Come on, put a contract. You know what I'm saying? Like like you said, best out of 3. You know what I'm saying? We go, what was 32 bars, 64 bars, whatever it is. I can't hear your shit before you. You know what I'm saying? We can't, and we just lay it down.
Okay, good punt, Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah. Good kickoff. Now go ahead, Eminem, man. You the rap battle champion. You made a movie about rap battling. Lose Yourself and all that. What I mean, you
2 movies.
Yeah, 2 movies technically, and you promoted a rap battle. On pay-per-view and all that. So hey, man, ball's in your court now, or the ball's in your end zone. Run it back. I think that is up to Eminem to go ahead and construct that. I think that'd be dope. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Okay, so
I didn't see where he was going with this earlier. That's I really turned this shit down. Like, why the fuck are we talking about Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem now? Like, but yeah.
Given that, I remember
my apologies.
when we spoke about that, I came up with MGK had the better song. Not necessarily the harder disc, and I liked what it was, Rap Devil, better than Kill Shot or whatever. And you came up with,
I don't even remember what my take was.
Something like you feel like MGK had the harder disc, but some in that vein. So forget all that. If we talking about MGK versus Eminem on the same track, bar for bars, like we could analyze this shit. Do you think he really can go bar for bar with Eminem?
No way.
And I agree. No way on earth.
No way.
Ain't no way on earth. It's not gonna happen, bro.
Nah.
You will lose.
Eminem is one of them dudes. Like, we all know, and that's why I love and appreciate the dude. Is like, don't put him in the corner. Don't back him in the corner, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he ain't not that dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people like need that motivation, and I feel like Eminem is that one that needs motivation. So if you put him in a situation where he needs to be motivated, he's gonna deliver on that shit.
Got you.
Yeah.
Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
We talked about Igor recently. Have you got a chance to
revisit Igor? Nah. I just Our Heartbreak is the only song from that album that I is on repeat for me. You make my heart break. Just because it just sounds like something somebody made in their garage.
Yeah.
I rock with it. So just because of how like intentionally trash it is, I like it. Did you get a chance to check out the freestyle? The Funk Fresh freestyle. Yeah, I seen that, man.
How you felt about it?
I felt like the interview itself was a dope interview.
I didn't see the interview. What did they talk about on there?
They spoke of a lot of things. It was more so like the whole premise of the interview was pretty much like Funk Flex accusing Tyler of attempting to disarm the room, which is like, I kind of have that trait too, where I'll go in somewhere and I'll make jokes or I say little things if I'm not comfortable, just to feel out people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just to feel out people and, take away make myself look like less of a threat in this scenario, and you know what I mean. So he was doing a lot of that, disarming the room, and Funk Flex was calling him out on a lot of that, and you know, Tyler basically saying, you know, I thought you're not much of a douchebag as I thought you was, and they had some really dope conversation about, you know, old school hip hop, you know, whether it be like Jay Dilla or Janae's album, which I thought was a dope album, and just that neo soul movement and all that, and they had a dope conversation about
Janae was the hey DJ, hey Mr. DJ,
yeah Mr. DJ, yeah, and that's that whole neo soul time, and you know, they had a conversation about, you know, whether college is a good look, you know what I mean, or marriage is a good look, and Tyler was the opposition in both those arguments right there. Okay. So, yeah, they had a nice, lengthy conversation, man. And what you saw in the freestyle came across throughout that conversation is what I'm saying. So, the freestyle towards the end wasn't that much of a surprise if you watch the entire interview.
So what he was Tyler just kind of making a lot of homosexual?
Yeah, there was a couple light ones, like, you know what I mean, like we're gonna hang out tomorrow, Flex. Like, yo, you're awesome, man. Like, we're besties right now. Like, I'm inviting you to my mother's cookout. Like, you know, it was a lot of that, and it was funny. I'm not gonna lie. In the moment, it was funny, and it was lighthearted. So I appreciate that. Yeah.
Okay, dude. I thought the freestyle was hilarious, bro.
Yeah. Just them pauses that he had in between where he just like just have that grin and like
the beat though.
Beat
was the beat now? What beat was that?
That beat felt, I don't know, but that felt like an Odd Future Tyler to create a beat for sure though. That was a tight beat.
Dog. The beat for that joint, it was so hip hop to me. It was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't have no choice to go over this shit with bars. And dude, I appreciated the fact that
he freestyled.
Off the top on that shit, regardless of the topics, regardless of the stuff that he made, that
regardless
made
of the
people
fumbles and everything like that. It was just straight like, I'm just I'm making this up right now.
Yes. He talked about the G on his hat, Funk Flex, him going out for the weekend, that, and the third.
Rolodex looking for some hot men to have, with tough necks to have hot butt sex, you know, man, like.
Dude, I was rolling. I was rolling watching this shit, bro. I was rolling. Flex said, "Whoa, why'd you go at that line?"
Yeah. This guy here, New York, y'all.
Flex should have dropped some bombs.
I think this is definitely an indication that, you know, Tyler's definitely not gay. It's like, yo, it's always been funny. You know what I mean? Like, me and my homeboys used to play like that in high school. Like, not necessarily talking about the butt sex shit, but we did like little fucking funny homo shit just to fucking make each other uncomfortable and laugh about it. And I think this is just like a continuation of that, or the evolution of that, where he's just like, yo, he's trolling America, and he's laughing because it's funny to just do those things. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, he'll use terms like, yo, like what you said right just now. Yo, that makes me horny, yo. Yo, that comment just now, this made me moist. I'm moist as fuck off of that last statement you just made, dude. Yo, like, your take on the you know, Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem thing, bruh. Yo, fuck, bro. I have an erection right now. I can't lie to you, bro.
Oh man, yeah, man. But like I said, I feel like I got it. I got it. Like, I understood the entertainment value of it. Yeah. It was real dope, dude. And like I said, again, on the hip hop aspect of it, for him to go off the dome. Yeah. And he wasn't really fumbling like that.
Yeah. He was.
Not really. Like, you know what I'm saying? He had the blah, blah, like, you know what I'm saying?
Repeating words, using, you know, the filler words, or the, you know, catch yourself back words. And,
but that's a true freestylist.
Yeah.
That's a true. And then he even had a couple of metaphors in there, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
but
dude, I respect
comparison, not to do it, but to compare him to like Juice WRLD, I think Juice WRLD's freestyle ability is superior to Tyler's.
Damn, I still ain't checked that out yet.
Yo, what is wrong with you, man? Juice WRLD's freestyle is definitely superior. I don't think I've.
And he was off the dome.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jen used to be off the dome too. Yeah.
Where? When?
What you mean? Jin used to be off the dome, bro.
On Freestyle Friday?
On freestyle, like crazy. A lot of his freestyles, Jin was off the dome, bro.
He probably
Jin
had
was
like
using
2 bars at the end.
Jin was using freaking flips that was rebuttals, and he was using things that you had on or the perception of you at that time. Jin was dope with it. You ain't gonna get Jin.
I gotta reach.
You not fucking with Jin takes me out the mood, bro. Takes me out the mood.
You got soft, bro.
Yeah.
You on soft now?
Takes me out the mood. I'm not with it.
Oh shit. That deserves a Kawhi laugh, bro. It's all good, bro.
Yeah.
Speaking of another interview or another conversation, Glasses Malone. We spoke about this already on another episode.
Yeah, last one.
Last one?
Yeah, on the last one.
We spoke about the whole Tupac Must Die song.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I only listened to the song once, maybe twice.
Yeah, it's not one of those you gotta rewrite into. So
yeah, but I think that the video, the video along with the lyrics lends to the dopeness of the song.
Oh yeah.
And to be honest with you, I want to say that this is one of the most creative songs that I've heard in a while.
That's what hip hop is, and I appreciate that about it. It's like, find a perspective that nobody else has done, and approach it from there. And even though controversial, it was like, damn, boy, you did it. You know what I mean? You did it. You really did it.
And watching this interview with him on the Breakfast Club kind of made me feel like I was behind the scenes on what it took to create this song. And when he spoke about him recording the song like back in November and how it took him like 8 months to shoot the video because
he purchased the cars, and paint the cars, shooting in the hotels,
and the exact spots that all this stuff happened, the mall, the this and that. I really appreciated the hard work that he put into that song because even after that song, I was just listening, and me and you went back and forth that day, and we were just like, let me go look at some Glasses Malone songs and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, there was one song from him that I was feeling back in the days or however long ago the song came out, but I couldn't find it at the time. But all the things that I was listening to him, all the things that I've listened to from him was kind of garbage. That day that me and you was going back. So to hear him talk about this, like I feel like
he's hip hop.
He's hip hop, definitely. And it's also, you know how sometimes when people talk on interviews, they kind of try to sound like, I'm more gangster than I need to be, or super thug, super gangster, extra. Like,
or they try to over double down on their point instead of like really just articulating why it makes sense and just like, leave it up to everybody else. It's like, I understand some people might not mess with this, but this is what I was trying to do, you know what I mean? And it was in the vein of hip hop.
And I think that's what he did perfectly throughout the entirety of his interview. Like for me, this is one of the most enjoyable.
He validated
interviews.
himself in
hell yeah.
Yeah.
I think that this was one of the most enjoyable interviews that I've probably seen in a little while. Like probably even since maybe Pusha T sitting down with Joe Budden. This
is up there with like a Killer Mike interview. Like I always enjoy a Killer Mike interview. Just seeing somebody that's really about the culture and has their reference points. You know what I mean? So like he did have a lot of credibility in a lot of things he said.
Definitely.
Well, apparently. Is it all true? I don't know, but from his perspective,
dude, the way that he's talking, it just it seems like this was the truth. This what happened. You know what I'm saying? And we being here on the complete opposite side of the United States, we kind of heard some of this before,
right?
Some of it, you know what I'm saying?
But go ahead. I'm sorry, to cut you off.
Go ahead.
No, one of the only things I felt like I don't know if it was Charlemagne or Envy that brought it up. Like when they spoke of Nip, it kind of tripped them up a little bit. Where it was just like, if somebody made a song right now that Nip must die, is like, is it too soon or is it foul?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't see. I wish he had a better response to that.
Got you.
You know, but
where he was like he'll listen to it and try to take everything into account.
But I could see in his face.
Feel some kind of,
he felt some. You'd feel some type of way, but you know.
And was the
he
comment,
was like, yo, corrupt. He cussed him off for a half hour on the phone. He was like, yo, I just sit there and listen.
Was the comment that he made where he said people were saying, "Oh, this was 23 years ago." Did we say that when we spoke about this? Like, why talk about that now? Okay.
Did we? All right.
Maybe. I don't know. Y'all tell us if we did. If y'all
short-term memory.
Yeah. So, so he was just saying like, yo, a lot of people had to like, yo, this was 20. Why bring this now? This is Tupac, blah blah blah. And he made a comment that a lot of people that are commenting about this was born after 95 and whatever, this, that, and the third. But it was definitely some hot takes that he said.
Oh yeah. He definitely had a standpoint of like, yo, Tupac was an import, and that's how I felt from him. Mm-hmm. Right? It was like, yeah, while we accept all that, you know what I'm saying, Death Row, West Side, and all that from Tupac. Mm-hmm. He wasn't like necessarily a West Coast native, so therefore we can't give. It felt like he would not give Tupac the crown that the rest of America or the rest of society is giving Tupac.
Correct, and we're gonna talk about that specifically in a second.
Yeah,
but I thought that how this shit rolled off his tongue was crazy, where he said, "Yo, Rick Ross, my top 5."
Top 5, like you
like
said, somebody top. My top.
He's like my top 5 ever. Rick Ross is in my top 5.
Yeah.
Then he just totally flipped the script, but he was just like, "Yo, this nigga wears Versace shirts
to sell dope on the corner."
That they no. They wear Versace. He wear Versace. They don't make it in size.
They don't even make it in the size. Yeah.
He got on jewelry, however much thousands of dollars worth of jewelry.
$1
million worth of jewelry.
If you look it up, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This nigga say he know Noriega, the real Noriega.
Right, yeah. And on an interview, by the way, Rick Ross was like, I wasn't talking about, the real Noriega, Manuel Noriega. He was like, I was really talking about the dudes in the streets where I really seen do these things that they the real Noriegas to me. All right, that was his rebuttal.
That was Rick Ross'
rebuttal.
So, but Glasses Malone is saying like, okay, so for the people that didn't see that interview, they think like, yo, this nigga know Manuel Noriega,
right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Manuel Noriega,
and he home 100 favors,
and he home, dude,
1,000 or 100, one of those.
The way he rolled that shit off his tongue.
Yeah,
and he just said that shit like, yo, this is fucking fake.
You saw the contrast he was trying to draw, and I really appreciate that, and that's accurate, right?
Yeah.
To where Rick Ross has made a hyper reality out of the drug dealing business, right?
Pause.
Yeah.
He said, Rick Ross, he said, yo, his name is from somebody that he can see on the red carpet.
Yeah,
I got my name from you.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
But but I think, damn, that's just a thing that I think Rick Ross can't escape. I think his image is completely stuck in there.
He can't.
Where it's like, yo, we know you ain't real, bro. Like, but we rock with you because you sell that fantasy well.
Yes, and you talented.
You're talented,
super
and
talented.
I think that's why Glasses say he top 5.
Yeah,
because skill level, rapping, you're talented, but bro, we don't believe you.
Yeah,
we don't, man. Yeah. You're like, nobody believes that you really about that drug dealing, cocaine, cowboys jazz you spewing about. You're not, man.
Yeah,
and I feel like that was accurate to what Glasses was saying, because basically I think he was just drawing the contrast to his career and why he's not as successful as some of these rappers, because, you know what I'm saying, some people come in the game and they tell these fictional stories that they make a real street dude story.
Believable.
They make a real street dude story sound so insignificant. So if you're talking about all this like, yo, Manuel Noriega and you know green Gucci suits and you know all this fly stuff, drug dealer lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? While a real street dude might have you know bust a lick or two over there or came up with a new process that you know gets him some more money. And he only made $300,000 on the block. Wow, that's a magnificent accomplishment from that street dude. It seems insignificant in the grand scheme of things because of how Rick Ross has really tried to elevate things through fictional bars. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, man. So
it's like Rick Ross has always tried to be seen in the light of the Jay-Z's and the Jeezys and you know all these people, but I never believed Rick Ross. Be honest with you, bro. I never did. I never. Did. I mean, after that Noriega line. It was like, oh, okay, all right. I mean, you doing it though. You pushing. I see pushing a push. I'm riding a ride. On that fried. Push it to the converting the vert like a convertible vert. It's all right, bro. I hear you.
Woo. Dude, when he said that shit, man.
Yeah.
And he said that shit, I was like, yo, that's real. That's real.
Yeah, that was a real take.
So now the hot take behind what he said now is Snoop Dogg was the man. Like he basically gave credit to Snoop Dogg being pretty much he said Snoop Dogg is the GOAT. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Snoop Dogg is the rapper.
Yeah. I would need you to speak on that more so than me because back in 92, 93 is when I first came to the United States.
Yeah.
I knew of Snoop Dogg, I knew of Pop, but I didn't know of where the game was before them, and I didn't know how they changed the game. You know what I mean? I've heard about it over the years and everything like that, but to compare their impact at the time, I wouldn't be able to honestly speak on that.
All right. So in my opinion, I think that he's speaking nothing but facts. But there's also a lot of bias in what he was saying.
What is he speaking of the facts about? Did you paint that picture yet?
I didn't really go back and like.
No, I'm saying in reference to what Glasses Malone was saying. He was saying that on the Breakfast Club interview, he stated that pretty much that Snoop Dogg was bigger than Tupac.
Yes,
even though Tupac came out first. Tupac needed Snoop Dogg's image to propel him to where he is, where he is, or where he's thought of as today. He needed that gangster image from Snoop Dogg.
I don't think that he necessarily said that he needed. I think
Not
he
needed,
he got it. He got it.
He got it from.
He got it from. So him
right.
being in the light of Snoop Dogg raised them to the level. I kind of agree with that.
Okay.
I kind of agree with that. If I'm thinking back correctly, dude, I remember when we was young, me and my homeboys used to walk home from school. This is like middle school time. Yeah. My homeboy Quante, R.I.P. Quante. And Maurice and all the niggas, we used to walk home from school and we used to have bad boy death row battles or conversations all the time.
Okay.
And I was always on the Biggie side of things. Like, yo, you know, Biggie this, Biggie that, da-da-da. And they was always on it because they from the South. And I guess the South niggas kind of rep with the West niggas a little bit more or whatever, especially at that time. So it was always on the death row side of things and whatever. But when we think about it, I think Deep Cover came out, 90, 91? Yeah. And that was our introduction to Snoop Dogg. Okay. Creep with me as I rule through the call me Snoop Eastwood. Like, Snoop Dogg came out like the coolest motherfucker on the planet at that time, bro. Yeah. Then Dr. Dre dropped the Chronic. That was pretty much a Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg album. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to give the stats or whatever. I kind of just want to talk raw about this. Yeah. I feel like Snoop Dogg was like on 90% of the album. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Okay. If I'm remembering correctly, he was on like 90% of the album. But then again, all of the production wasn't necessarily Dr. Dre. Yeah. It was that nigga Daz that did a lot of the production or whatever. And Dr. Dre just kind of oversee everything, whatever. And I think that's what Dr. Dre has done his entire career. But going back to Snoop Dogg, then after that, he built the buzz through Ain't Nothing But a G Thing. The song that they did with the Eazy-E diss. Yeah. He built his buzz to where when he dropped this album, dude, like, Doggy Style was like, at the time, dude, I feel like that was like the greatest album ever. You know what I'm saying? At that point, it was just like, yo, this dude is certified. Yeah. He was in the streets.
Yeah.
This dude is cool as shit.
Yeah.
He got the afro.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. Like, I feel like at that point when Doggy
he's from the hardest place in the country.
Yeah. And all the shit that's going on in California, Long Beach, Compton, all that. You know what I'm saying? I felt like Snoop Dogg was one of them dudes. Dude, I feel like every hood nigga, every black person in the country, every person that listens to rap wanted to be Snoop Dogg at that time. And even Glasses Malone said it in an interview where he was just like, yo, Biggie said it in the song, I'm trying to sell records like Shoot. I'm looking at the way that Salt shoots and trying to sell records like Snoop. Oops, I'm interrupted by the doorbell, 352. Like, he even referenced that shit like, yo, even Biggie. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people consider the GOAT wanted to do what Snoop was doing.
Right.
So what Glasses was saying, or what Charlemagne kind of added context to, was like, yo, from 91 until 95, it was Snoop Dogg, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, Tupac, All Eyes on Me, which I think is his best album to date, did come number one. Yes, Tupac was in movies and this, that, and the third, or whatever. But
he was a controversial figure. Yes, he was more outspoken and did more for the black community as a whole. But as an entertainer, I guess that's the argument.
At that time, I agree with what if he's talking about the timeline was from 91 ish to about 96, Snoop Dogg all the way, bro.
Yeah.
And then also he made the argument after that, like, yo, this nigga is he was like, yo, he cuz Martha Stewart.
Yeah. He cussed her out. Yeah.
Like, yo,
he blue flagged out Martha Stewart. You're right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he was like, yo, he is the most. He's like, yo, Snoop Dogg can go anywhere in the world right now and be recognized. Like, yo, that's Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, he is the most famous rapper.
Yeah.
Of all time.
Yeah. So I think that a lot of people will kind of look at this and kind of, yo, he trying to downplay Tupac, and he kept on, dude.
He kept on reiterating things like that, and
throughout the entire interview, like, yo, this is not what I'm not trying to pit Snoop against Tupac. I'm not trying to disrespect what Tupac did. I'm not trying to take away from Tupac talent. Right. But he didn't get to where he was until he was in that Snoop Dogg light. Yeah. And remember, well, you said you don't remember too much, but dude, when Two of America's Most Wanted came out,
I remember
Snoop Dogg and Tupac, that was like the biggest song at the time. It was just like,
ain't nothing
what?
But a gangster, nothing but a gangster part.
Dog,
perfect. Dude, and that was actually like that. That was actually the first. That was actually one of the best kickoffs that I seen on Tupac has. Verse, yo, that pitch perfect. I paid a perfect pitch. I was riding that beat. Like, where you got that from, bro?
Yes, yes. And dude, I'm telling you, dude, when that song came out, I hated on that song when that shit came out because I was, like I said, I was on my Biggie shit. Ready to die, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? I hated on that song. But I have to acknowledge how dope that song was when it came out, bro. Facts. And to hear Snoop Dogg and Tupac was kind of like that dude where he was like, yeah, dear mom. What's Tupac's biggest song to you?
Biggest or my favorite?
Biggest. What was Tupac's biggest song for you?
Is it
for you?
For me,
I ain't trying to say what sold the most because we ain't about to Google all that information or whatever, or Billboard top whatever. Yeah. When you think of Tupac, what song comes to your mind instantly?
Hail Mary.
When I think of Tupac, what song comes to my mind instantly is Dear Mama. Every fucking year, Mother's Day, Dear Mama, across the country gets fucking millions and millions and millions and millions of plays, bro.
True.
And I think that was that song, whether your mom was a crack fiend or not.
You made your mom a crack fiend when you sang that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I
hear you. But I mean, I guess I guess what we're saying is, I mean, I like Glasses Malone really from him being of that coast, and being of the culture and the society out there to kind of set the record straight for the rest of the country who may not know. He's just like, yo, listen, man, Tupac was amongst us, but you know what I'm saying, he's not our West Coast icon in the sense like he really that's how it came across to me. That his interview and everything like that.
And I think that the way that he bigged up the dude that allegedly killed Tupac was, I think that was commendable too. Like, yo, listen, this dude that allegedly
I've been jumped before, and then that's how I felt. Or he might have alluded like, I don't did that before too.
Yeah,
I almost felt like he was gonna say, "Y'all don't kill a bitch because they jumped me."
Yeah,
that's almost like how he came across, and he's like, "Yo, this is the norm. This is normal."
Yes. And when what Charlemagne said, something like, that happens to Willie Lump Lump across the country every single day. You know what I'm saying? Willie Lump Lump and whoever jumped this dude and they retaliate and they kill that dude. Like, yo, unfortunately, this situation just happened to be Tupac.
Yeah.
He just messed with the wrong dude at the time.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that this was like one of the most authentic interviews that I've seen in a while.
Yeah. I agree.
I feel like Glasses didn't try to come off like, yo, let me capitalize off this song and try to make it, you know what I'm saying, and I like the confidence that he had in himself where he was just like, yo, I've been doing this now for like 12 plus years. He's like, yo, I'm good at this. I'm good at telling stories. I told stories about myself, told stories where I died in the record, blah, 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 blah. Like, dude, I think that this is one of the cleanest, dopest hip-hop interviews of this year, at least. So shout out to Glasses Malone and this whole interview. Shout out to Charlemagne and them for getting Glasses to come on and talk about this song and kind of give people perspective on all of that. And you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a debate.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't say. I wasn't there. I don't know what the hell happened. So I think it was dope though, man.
Yeah, man. Definitely. I agree.
How you feel about Meek and Jay forming the Dream Chasers record label?
I'm gonna sound like a hater, right? But let me first congratulate.
Sound like it then, bro.
I'm saying congratulations to Meek Mill, congratulations to Jay-Z. But this ain't. Is it? In not to sound like a hater, but I'm gonna sound like a hater. Like, what's the significance of this in the grand scheme of things? Like, is this the first time we've seen artists team up with a major label and got their own branch? No,
it's not.
Are we like projecting Meek Mill's trajectory and seeing all the artists that he has underneath him, and do I see him Dream Chasers label being potentially like the biggest label in the world?
No.
Being the next Bad Boy at Rockefeller?
No.
So I'm like, why do I care? Not to sound like a hater, but it sounds like some hating. Like, why should I care? Why is it a significant thing? It's because it's Meek Mill, because he's the prison reform thing and all that.
That's it.
So is this good publishing for them both?
Yes, and it's because Jay-Z is hip hop's first billionaire.
Yeah, I know, and
by the skin of his chinny chin.
Yeah, and that's a great milestone, and I'm not trying to take away from that, but it's like, I like every day it seems like, man, you hear in the interview, man, and I got my own label too. When I got my own artists coming up onto me and all that, you're like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Well, good for you, young brother, but you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't seem like having your own label is like really that hard nadays.
It's
like
not.
You can wake up tomorrow and say, I have my own label.
I think I could too, bro. To be honest with you, I could. Hey man, you know what I'm saying? I'm signing the artist.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I got these like, check out for the boy Young P Dub coming out.
Yeah.
Early first quarter 2020.
Yeah, little killer
coming out.
Little killer coming out. You know what I'm saying? YBNA. FYOG Trell he finna come out next too.
ABC Shooter. Shout out to my artist ABC Shooter.
Yeah, LMNOP Killer. He up next, bro. Check my dog LMNOP.
So it'll be doper. It'll be doper if Meek Mills definitely had artists that was already established.
If he was established. Yeah,
because what it was. Meek Mills did sign or introduce the world to Lil Snoop.
Right.
R.I.P. to the boy Lil Snoop. And he was pretty dope. Dude out of New Orleans. Lil Snoop. I'm balling like a mellow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He had that one song. It was soulful. It was dope. It was honest. It was, and then he got murked after that, man.
Yeah, R.I.P.
R.I.P. But damn, like I saw this and I was just kind of like, okay, maybe NBC or ABC, whoever it was that put the video out, wasn't necessarily the people to bring this kind of information forward, in my opinion, because what we were just talking about, where you have a certain member of society kind of talking about hip hop shit.
Oh yeah, they always just sound really foul when they say our names, like in hip hop. They just use it in the wrong context, and it just it just sound ugly getting read off paper.
Exactly. So Gail was talking about the situation. We talking about Gail from the Oprah show. She was like, yeah, and Mill met with Jay-Z and Mill this, and I'm just like, yo, Mill ain't his last name.
Yeah, nobody ever said Mill. Like I've never. Yeah,
like you talking about Odell Beckham or something like Beckham met with Roger Goodell and nah.
Like if we don't, and for real, like who's the when you think of a Mill, do you think of Meek or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or Jay Mills? Which Mill come in your mind when you think?
Probably Jay Mill first.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Jay Mills comes to my mind first before Meek comes to my mind.
It's like, yo, that nigga Mills was talking about this. Who? So a real hip hop person would say Meek and not Mills.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this nigga Meek. Yeah. Meek met with Jay.
There's another Mill out there. Yeah.
Exactly. So a lot of the times when we talking about these stories, like you said, these people that report on it have more people of the culture to report on this stuff. Yeah. And to be honest with you, with this whole topic, that kind of led me to talk more about people like us.
Okay.
Or the not so polished people in society. How do you feel about them bringing more people like us to the forefront to talk about stuff like that rather than Gail and fucking
right? I debate with myself in my mind about this all the time, right? Sometimes I wonder is because often I hear people that comment our episodes sometimes. I feel like some of the episodes where I might be a little bit more chill, laid back, not so much with the cussing and wilding and bucking out.
Yeah.
I feel like people are more accepting of those episodes than more so the episodes where, you know what I mean, I'm speaking too candidly.
Got you.
And wilding out. So sometimes I wonder if are people more programmed to listen to something more polished and refined, you know, in their vehicles or watching on their screen than they are of somebody be like, yo, what the this and what the fuck that, and you know what I mean, fuck all that bull, you know what I mean, like, you know, I'm kind of torn as to should I be that buck or should I be more polished and refined? Which one is going to get you further, or which ground should you stand on?
I think that there should be a balance between the two.
Okay.
And I guess kind of, I think the best example of it is Deontay Wilder, dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
For my boxing fans out there, whoever's ever seen Deontay Wilder,
I don't think that's a good contrast though. The reason why is because he is successful at something else, not necessarily speaking. Where our stick is speaking, we got to speak. So if you took Deontay Wilder's success in the ring away from what he's talking about, he'd be like, "What the hell, man? Somebody get Cardi B off the mic, please." What nobody saw the footage is.
I think that it's a perfect example of him being honest about his craft, being 100% honest about the things that he's doing and the moves that he's trying to make and how he feels about certain situations, but with a whole bunch of grammatical errors, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's more people to me that speak like me and you than do Gail and freaking
Absolutely.
And all these cats that's not of what's going on right now.
And you know what? Going through life, I've realized, like, I know a lot of smart people. Yeah, I give them their credit. They're smart, even smarter than I am.
Yeah,
but their grammar fucked up. I know these people.
Yeah.
They're out there.
Yeah.
I know them personally. Bro.
Yeah.
So some people just have speech impediments, man. You know.
Yeah. Deontay, dude.
Yeah, Deontay might have a speech impediment.
Like
but that's not to say that he's not
dude,
a smart person. Or
of course he's smart, but I watch his interviews all the time and be like, dude. Oh, it's like cringe. Like, did you just say that, bro?
Did you ever watch like a hood person like reporting on the news or something like that? It's like, yo, you saying some wild stuff, but I get it though. Like, yo, he finna jump on that building. He took his talking about it's my baby, even though he like, yeah, but I get what they saying though.
I get what they saying.
It cringes that.
Yes,
I'm worried about the perspective of somebody else that don't understand it.
Yes,
seeing it, and you know what I'm saying. That's so that plays a role in your brain. It's like
true, but I'm just saying like when you
representation.
When you have little segments like this, I feel like you should have, and I don't want to classify anybody as lower.
Yeah,
but you should have somebody that's not speaking above the folks,
right?
Not speaking above the people. Yes, we are programmed to see people like Gail and you know what I'm saying, all these other people that's on TV to speak properly or whatever. But at the same time, dude, all of us don't talk like that.
That's true.
Speak like have the people that really appreciate the news that you're reporting kind of speak on it. Yeah. Have a correspondent or some shit that's a little more street than you are. And
don't put them with another correspondent that don't understand the language.
Yeah.
ESPN did that the best, I feel.
Yes.
So
Stuart Scott,
yeah. R.I.P.
Yeah. Shout out to Stuart Scott, man.
ESPN has done a fantastic job of maintaining that balance between, you know, speaking properly and, you know, keeping it hip hop or keeping it street at the same time. I think that's dope.
Definitely, man. So I mean, I guess shout outs to Meek.
Yeah, I mean, it is shout out. It is shout outs to Meek. Bravo to you. I just don't know.
You gonna sign Bootleg Cable Podcast?
Yeah. Holla at us.
Is that what you gonna do?
Cause we dream chasers too.
Yeah, for real. So look at the podcast is coming up and see if you could locate Bootleg Cable Podcast and see what it is.
But speaking of hating, man, Chance the Rapper, man, the big day.
Okay.
How do you feel about that project right there, man?
Okay, so we talking about this in two different perspectives, right?
Yeah.
So, I think I spoke to you about Chance the Rapper before, and you've heard all of Chance the Rapper's albums before this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the first Chance the Rapper album that I personally have ever heard. Right?
Oh, okay, all right. So you didn't listen to Collar Brook, Acid Rap?
No, I didn't listen to any of that.
Okay.
So I've heard verses. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. From
the Gucci belt.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I've heard other features and, you know what I'm saying, little songs here and there, but I have never listened to any Chance the Rap album besides this one. So that's, remember, this is
all right. And so maybe you're a good person to get this take from. So
okay. So this is that's my stance here.
All right. Okay. That's his plea.
Yes.
All right.
So I listened to the album. I really, really enjoyed it.
Oh, wow. Okay, good. Awesome.
I really, really enjoyed it. I think from front to back, the album was well put together.
Okay.
I think the skits were dope. I think that everything kind of flowed.
All right.
But it was a little chaotic at the same time. And I appreciate that in an album.
Yeah.
So I think that my perspective is good because I've never heard anything. I never heard Acid Rap or what's the other one after that?
Coloring Book.
I never heard either one of those projects. And I purposefully didn't listen to it before I listened to this project.
Oh, okay. All right.
So some just to talk about, I guess, some standout tracks. The Do You Remember? I thought that was dope. I think the production on this album.
Who was on that joint? Just him?
It was him and a singer. Do you remember when we were young?
Oh, yeah.
Summers you last forever. Like I thought that was dope. I thought both joints with Nicki Minaj on it was dope.
Yeah.
I think the one with
Meg Thee Stallion.
Meg Thee Stallion was dope. I think The Baby was dope. I think Meg Thee Stallion probably had the dopest line on the entire album where she say, if she don't lick the balls, she ain't really wifey.
Oh shit. Go ahead, man.
But I think that I think overall it was well put together. It wasn't like I'm listening to an album where it's just like, and I prefer this. I'm listening to an album like, yo, this is just strictly hip hop.
Yeah.
And it's rap and it's grassroots and it's just dope beats and dope bars and da 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 da. It's like I kind of listened and I was just kind of like, when the next song came on, I think what's the name of the album again?
The Big Day.
The Big Day. When that song specifically came on, I was just kind of like, what the fuck? What is this? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like that song specifically was like maybe 16 bars long, the entire song, or just like a repeat or a different. You know what I'm saying? But dude, I think overall it was a really, really good album. I really, really enjoyed it.
Okay, I'm glad to hear you say that, man. I'm glad to hear you have that perspective. Me listening to the album, man, The Big Day for me really felt like the big play. Like it felt like the soundtrack to Cats or, you know what I mean, like Rent or something like that should be on Broadway. The entire thing really felt theatrical and maybe too personal for a Chance than it was for me. The entire album is about, you know what I mean, him getting married and, you know what I'm saying, the side chick this and the side, you know, how much, you know,
that's
how
on fire
in love
too.
I am. And I just wasn't, I guess I don't share the same perspective as Mr. Chance does. So therefore I really couldn't rock with this joint right here. Listen, while those are great things, awesome things, you're happy you're married and everything like that, it's like, speak in general about marriage, but you're speaking specifically about your marriage. I'm like, bro, all right, bro, I'm not really with that.
And I'm gonna tell you how I took that.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not.
But the rapping is dope. He could rap.
Yes.
So you can't take that from Chance. I couldn't.
Nah.
He could rap, but it's just like that's not an album I'm gonna ever revisit. And I listened to the entire thing from front to back at least 3 times, but I'm not revisiting it anymore.
So I'm glad you said that. I look at the project as the album to me. If I don't know nothing about Chance. Yes, I know that he, you know what I'm saying, he was in a relationship for a little while. I don't know if he's married to the mother of his child. Is he married?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know much about Chance.
He just recently got married within the last year to the mother of his child.
That's what's up. Shout out to you, Chance.
Yeah.
If that's the case.
All right.
I don't know much about him. In my mind, I'm listening to this album and I'm thinking to myself like, yo, is this a concept album? A concept in maybe hip hop or rap music or whatever you want to call it is the theme.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it like, yo, is he actually talking about a woman here? Is he talking about his wife?
No, he's talking specifically about a woman. There's no metaphor.
I feel you.
It's all specific, and that's what I'm saying. It might have been too direct.
And there is some things listening to the project.
Sing along a song, I don't want to sing along about your life, bro. That's
true,
because it's not mine.
And there is some things in the album that tells me yes, he is talking about specifics because when
there's a lot in the album.
Yes, but let's say the first 7 tracks.
Yeah.
The first 7 tracks to me doesn't tell me that he's specifically talking about his wife. It tells me like, yo, this is a concept album. And this is a concept that I came up with. And of course, it is a concept album, but my interpretation of that concept might be hip hop related, and his interpretation is, yo, this is about my wife. Literally. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
he did too much to say to me that was literal, even from the skits. Like, you know, we had one house before. I had dolls at this house and my mother's house. Now all my dolls can play together. And it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, awesome.
Yeah.
I love seeing families come together and all that, but you know, I mean, like the big day is the wedding day, and the entire album felt like, yo, a family going to a wedding and what took place and what occurred, and you know what decisions that personal demons that he had to conquer, to make that leap of faith. And while I commend him as a man for doing that shit, he had a song where he was just really talking about his wife being celibate and going celibate on him. So I'm wondering if was that the trap? As a female ever hit you with the line like, yo,
fuck out of here.
So I'm asking, have you ever got hit over the head with that line like, I'm celibate
if
now?
I ever did, fuck out of here.
Yeah, I've been hit with the I'm celibate line now before.
We breaking up.
And yeah, ain't nothing more.
Sorry.
Yeah, that I feel disrespected by that line. I don't know.
Fuck out of here.
Our female artists out there, all 2 of y'all. Yo, tell us, man. Tell us what's your take on that. It is when a female say I'm celibate, is it in efforts to test the man's loyalty, or is it in efforts for your moral standpoint? Is that why you're doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it test the man loyalty, see if he's willing to take the cow with the milk? You know what I mean,
dude?
Like, so
dude, at the end of the day, when we talk about stuff like this, I know it's people out there that's religious and this, that, and the third, and don't have sex till you marry, blah blah blah.
No, and that I agree with. But if you never had sex before, then fine. But do not had 5 or 6 partners before me, and now when I get here, that's now when you want to be celibate.
And I like that. I like that perspective. I like that perspective.
It's like,
but
out of here.
But at the end of the day, like, you know, you don't fucking you don't buy a house before you walk around in it.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't buy a car before you test drive it.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Facts, yeah.
Same.
But, I don't know.
We ain't trying to get in that conversation.
All right, but overall, man, the Chance how rapper album was maybe a little bit too happy-go-lucky for me. Yeah. So, you know, it sounds like something that should be played on a Disney Channel, like on repeat. Like, damn. You know. It sounds like the soundtrack to a play. It's too happy-go-lucky for me.
So for you, what would be the contrast between this album and the older album?
And Coloring Book, it was really positive too. There was a lot of gospel things in there.
Yeah.
But listening to the gospel mixed with a little bit of ratchet, like kind of like, did you listen to YNB Corday's album?
I did.
I felt like Coloring Book was more of a contrast to that, or comparable to that album than it is for this new Chance the Rapper project, where, you know, Corday did a lot of, you know what I mean, yo, thank you gods and all that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he spoke on like ignorant shit at the same time too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and how you ain't like that album? Sound like that face, although I didn't sound like I thought that was a tougher album than this Chance the Rapper album, to be honest with you. Even Chance's verse is doper on that album than it is.
Somebody put me onto it. Somebody posted on Facebook and it was like, "Oh, YB and Corday brought me back to when J. Cole first came out." And I was just like, "Oh, what?"
Yeah, I think because for a younger artist,
and I listened to it, and I was just kind of like,
for an artist of his age group, and just the maturity of what he speaks about, I think that was he reminded me of a joke. I agree with that analogy. That there's like, some J. Cole in there.
I was just like, all right, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna say he can't rap. He could definitely rap, but I was just like, yo, like niggas made me feel like I was about to go listen to a fucking classic, bro.
Yeah, I thought it was good, man. I thought it's definitely worth.
It's good.
It's
no,
good.
I'm not hating. It's good. Dude can rap.
When you say classic, I think maybe it's not gonna be a classic for you because you're so removed from that generation. But I feel like kids of his generation might hold him, you know, because of the maturity of his content. And though he's the one, he's speaking to them. He's touching their perspectives and their hearts. And I feel like they're gonna hold him and hold this as a classic going forward.
What really,
I feel like it is a classic.
What made me really listen
to it, but not
me
more so in the classic in the sense of where we came from.
What made me listen to it was the fact that Royce the 5'9" gave it a lot of props.
Right.
But so, like I said, my homeboy posted on Facebook, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I saw Royce the 5'9", he posted about it. I was just like, okay, let me go ahead and check this shit out. And then I saw like I think Charlemagne spoke on it for briefly, and I was like, all right, cool. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Not that I need validation from anybody else, but YBN Corday wasn't never a dude that was on my radar to be checking out his music.
Right. No, he wasn't on mine either. I think he killed the little the verse. I seen him sneaker chopping on Complex, and I seen him kill the verse on with her at the BET Awards, and I kind of like that. You know, I think he's dope. I don't know if necessarily he's gonna be the next coming of J. Cole, but I think the content in this album, because I experienced those things, and I feel like, you know, I have a greater understanding of what he's talking about. Yeah, I'm not necessarily touched or moved by it. Yeah, but it was definitely dope to hear somebody of that age group speaking on these things, and I could imagine somebody younger or of his peer group, got you, listening to that, like, oh snap, this dude just put me onto a lot. You feel me? So yeah, I could see him being a classic.
So as a, would you consider yourself a fan of Chance the Rapper?
Fan of,
or would you say?
I have a tolerance.
You like him?
I have a tolerance to Chance the Rapper.
You have a tolerance. Yeah. Okay, so neither one of us are Chance the Rapper's fans. I to be honest, 100% honest with you, I find him kind of annoying. He's kind of an annoying dude. But I respect his talent. I respect You know what I'm saying? The fact that he puts a certain effort into his music.
Yeah.
And to me, that came across on this whole The Big Day situation. Mm-hmm. And then another thing that I was saying to you about the whole analogy of the whole hip hop shit is the cover art for the album is him or there's a hand holding a CD that has like diamonds on it. And then there's also a ring on the finger. So for me, looking at the cover art and checking out the album and listening to it, it's kind of like a blend between both of those things happening at the same time. Because I don't think a lot of artists nowadays put any real effort into what their cover art is as opposed to what they're talking about on the album. I think a lot of these artists nowadays, they just kind of, all right, let me just...
I'm not gonna let you give him that. I'm not gonna let you give him that. I'm not gonna let you give him that because if you're trying to give him that, then it's been done before and over and over again.
No, I'm not saying it hasn't.
The metaphor of hip hop being my wife has been done.
Correct.
Over
Common.
and over.
Who else after Common?
There are several. Even you have done it, I think.
Have I?
You might have done it. Like I've heard
Probably.
it before. I've heard it already.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard it, you know what I'm saying? Or just, you know what I'm saying, Tupac, you know what I mean, talking about his gun being, you know what I'm saying, me and my girlfriend type.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Those, like, that contrast or that comparison or metaphor or
but have we
time
seen
of speaking.
Have we seen that over the entirety of an album, though?
No, but I don't need to. Like,
true.
Come on. Like, you have to be talking about something grander than just you and your relationship with hip hop, like
got you.
Yeah, come on.
Hip hop saved me. Lupe.
Yeah. I'm a fan. Like I'm a fan of music, man. Like I don't need you talking about like.
But true.
That
but
comes across dry.
Still at the end.
Even if one album can't be about the same thing the whole way, bro. I can't.
Still, but at the same time, it's not necessarily true, dude. If they make it entertaining, if I find if I find a way to make it entertainment. If I find a way to make it entertaining and with the production, with the lyrics, with the concepts and if it's undeniable, it's undeniable, bro.
I agree with that. Undeniable, but it wasn't for me. Not for me at all.
Okay.
And I
respect that.
I'm not even going to draw for like the general public's perspective. I'm gonna speak from mine.
And I'm definitely speaking from mine. I haven't talked to anybody about. Yeah,
and this is not comparing it to any of his other projects or anything like that. I probably can't name one song of Coloring Book right now, other than, you know what I'm saying, You Don't Want No Problems, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But other than that, I can't. I remember the album being dope, but I'm not really comparing the two. I'm just saying, listening to this, it's like, yo, this is dope. I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm super duper happy that you found love in your life and you found a good woman and, you know, your family is good and you and your brother and, you know, you had pops on the skits and all that. Yeah, I'm happy that you're happy, but this doesn't make me happy listening to it.
Got you.
And
that's respectable, dude. Yeah. That's real.
Yeah.
So we ain't hating on it. I like it. I don't want to hit y'all with the generic numbers.
It's a 4 out of 5 or it's a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, y'all go listen to it.
It's dope. I like it.
All right.
It is what it is. Scarlett Johansson says that she should be able to play any role that she wants to play, whether it be a tree in the forest, an Asian chick, a black single mother,
or a transgender man.
There you go. Scarlett says she should be able to play any role she want to play because that's in her job description. She is an actor.
Actor. What's the other word for that? There's another word. There's a
thespian.
Word. Thespian.
Yeah.
So how do we feel about that? Is that technically true? I believe so.
Technically, it is, but
wait. So why is it technically true?
Because that's what it is. You should, a thespian, act like if you're well traveled and studied, and this is what you do for a living. 100%, you should be able to. Yeah, but can you?
Can you? What do you mean? Can you?
Can Scarlett Johansson play a black single mother?
But
let's go to the opposite opposite spectrum of what she actually is.
Okay, let's tandem that spectrum then. Mm-hmm. Is it acceptable for Regina King to play a white single mother?
No, in my eyes, no, not at all.
Why are we still here though? Is what I'm saying.
Why are we still here?
Society, why do we hold on to things like that? Why do we let these little things offend us?
Because we're human.
No, I think it's okay. Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Because we're human, and there are certain social norms that you have to navigate around. If yes, these are characters, right?
Yeah.
It's a created character. Cool, fine. But there are times where this character is a real person. This character is somebody that is actually related to. Might not be an actual physical real person, but there are white single mothers all over the United States. There are black single mothers all over the United States. Okay. Why would I now hire a white person?
You're looking at it wrong.
Okay. Tell me how I'm looking at it wrong.
Because it's art. It's art.
True.
And in efforts to display art, you have to take on something that wasn't necessarily done or not necessarily of you. Now, what you're telling me is your mind wants to identify a black single mother with somebody that's a black woman.
Yes.
But it doesn't necessarily mean that. It's like, okay, let's see this actors or actresses representation of what a black single mother is. Do that person do a good job in conveying the emotional roles and attitude or suggestive acting? Can they do that? And I think that's what acting is. It's an art form.
It is.
So for us to minimize it by saying, oh, you're not black, you shouldn't do that. I think that moves us backwards, man. I think we need to get to a place where
I disagree.
That's fine that you disagree, but I'm still saying what I'm saying.
Got you.
Like, it's an art form. Acting is an art form. So why not let somebody act? I've seen gay characters being played by straight men.
True.
And they knock it out of the park. Are we offended at that?
True. There's a difference between all of that what you're saying now. Okay. So the difference in the art form is that there are different artists for you to cast in these different roles, right? So yes, you don't necessarily have to be gay to play a gay person, because gay people come in all sizes and shapes and colors, right? Black people are black people.
No,
white folks are white folks. Asian folks are Asian folks.
Yeah, tell that.
So if you
tell that to Blake Griffin, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, if that's the case, like I said, we're talking about. It's a difference between being gay or transgender or whatever. And shout outs to the transgender person that's in the Euphoria series, which is a crazy fucking series. Y'all check that shit out when y'all get a chance. It's a series called Euphoria with the girls Zendaya and, you know what I'm saying, like a whole bunch of other motherfuckers. But it's a difference between me as a black man trying to portray a white man on TV. For me, it seems like
you, because you're not an actor. You can't act for shit.
Okay,
so
how you know that though?
But
how you know I can't act for shit?
Right now.
Act like
the
what?
Fuck out of here.
Act like what?
All right, scene.
Nigga hitting me with that shit. So what I'm saying to you is that if I'm a black actor, not a black actor, if I'm an actor, I happen to be of dark skin complexion. I'm sure that there are other people more qualified to play a white man than me, bro. It just is what it is. It's more people qualified to play a white man than I am.
But I don't think that's what acting is.
What is acting to you?
Acting is someone getting into the role or getting into the character of what. It's not about similarities or how you look. It's about, can you make me feel what this needs to make me feel? And those are the qualities of a good actor.
And I agree I agree with that.
So that's what I'm saying. So why do we need to typecast all the time? Is what I'm saying.
No,
I'm not saying nothing wrong with typecasting. I'm not saying nothing wrong with getting somebody that looks the part to play the part. But what I'm saying is, should somebody want to push the boundaries and check it out. I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that specifically. If somebody wants to push the boundaries, and say,
fine.
listen, can you do this?
Push the boundaries.
Let's
fine.
see.
Let's talk.
I'm thinking as in the society right now, there's a lot of things there's a lot of taboos and things that once was that isn't no more. I am dying to see something different.
Okay, let's talk about what we have.
Or
seen.
I'm living to see something different.
Let's talk about what we have seen so far, right?
Mm-hmm.
You seen Paid in Full, right?
Yeah.
Anybody else but a black man and a black man in Mekhi Phifer to play his role in that movie. Yeah. And remember, this movie is loosely based on real people in real life.
Okay.
Do you see a white dude playing that role that Mekhi Phifer played in this movie? You know what I'm saying? And then you can give me one on the flip side.
But that's not the movie. Here's what I'm trying to say, Dub. That's not the movie, though.
What do you mean that's not the movie?
Because that movie is made, that movie is written, that movie was about that.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And we're talking about Scarlett Johansson playing a transgender man. Has there been a movie made about a transgender man?
I don't know.
Solely based or
I don't know.
Solely structured around that particular person?
I'm not sure.
And can Scarlett do a good enough job to convey that to me?
Listen, if they put Scarlett in the wrong jeans, nah, she can't, because Scarlett got an ass, bro.
She got an ass, bro. And Black Widow could get it all the way, bro.
And I'm gonna be looking,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna be like, yo,
Yeah.
why did he put her in that jeans?
Yeah, but
why is she looking sexy as a man in them jeans?
And
bro?
she put it on. Would that disturb you as a person watching? Like, damn, I want to fuck Scarlett, but at the same time, she's doing a bomb job of playing transgender.
I would say the same thing. Be like, God damn, Scarlett looking right in them jeans.
Right. So
no, but jokes aside.
Jokes aside, that's what I feel like the job of a thespian is. Somebody that, look, give me that role. All right, I'm gonna make this. That's why I like actors like Bruce Willis or Robin Williams. They took a role, you know what I'm saying, and they made it. They made themselves that character.
Nobody else in the history of acting can be a dope as black person as fucking Robert Downey. Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, he killed that in Thunder, whatever.
This was the only time in history that somebody white played a black dude, and it wasn't fucking offensive, bro.
Yeah.
We didn't come away from this shit like, yo, it ain't that many Robert Downey Jr.'s out here, bro.
Yeah, but it wasn't a serious role, and what you're trying to tell me is only can be done in a humorous fashion.
No, I'm not saying that it can only be done in a humorous fashion. What I'm saying is that there are only few actors that could really, really pull that shit off, and it has to. What I'm saying, there has to be a combination. There has to be a combination of writer and actor that's able to really, really pull this shit off,
absolutely,
so that people can look at it and be like, "Yo, I fucks with that."
Yeah,
that's a dope role that he had.
Okay, yeah, and I agree with that.
And I think that the general consensus is, "Yo, it wasn't offensive. It was a dope role that he played."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For somebody to take a serious role as a black woman, you can't give it to a white woman. As somebody to take a serious role, I don't think nobody's
bold enough to do that. I don't think nobody's brave enough to do it.
But take a serious role, serious role as an Asian woman. You can't give that shit to a black woman. You got to give it to a fucking Asian woman, an Asian thespian, to play this role, bro. It is what it is.
But I guess what I'm saying and where I'm coming from too is like, if there was a great movie made about a Asian woman out there, while I'll say, hey, support the Asian community and good job to y'all out there, that movie I would never watch. And I'll never get that message.
That's not guaranteed that you'll never watch.
I'll never watch it, bro, and I'll never get that message.
Nigga, you ain't watch Hero?
I'll never get it, and I'll never watch that.
You ain't watch Hero, nigga, with fucking Jet Li and shit?
Yeah. Listen. Yeah, I watched that.
Wasn't that shit fire? You ain't watch Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon? I watched that shit in the theater,
That's an action movie, my dude.
Whatever.
I'm talking about.
But they played a certain culture, so imagine if it was a whole bunch of Negroes.
Stop, because you fucking up my point. You are fucking
up my point.
I am
here to fuck up your point.
You fucking up my point all the fucking way, bro. So cut it the fuck out.
I'm here to do that. Go ahead.
I'm saying is, what story are you telling? If this is an emotional piece about struggling as a Asian woman in America or anything or something along those lines.
Okay.
While I'm not against that movie being made. I'm just saying, as the consumer, I'm not looking for a movie like that.
True.
But fuck around and put, you know what I'm saying, a Halle Berry and make her the Asian woman. I might say, I want to see how this goes down.
I don't know about that, bro.
I might want to say, I might want to see how this goes down. Can she pull that off? Does she do a good job? And if she does, then I would have learned something. Then
Learn something like what? What would you have learned?
I'm just saying about the point of the struggle of an Asian woman in America. Is what I'm saying. Is where it's not a story that I'll necessarily pick up myself to go sit down and go watch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Have they put somebody that ain't supposed to play that role?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm like more intrigued to say, okay, this is going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if this has never been done before. Let's see how this goes down. You see what I'm saying? And that might be more talked about, and at the same time bring the light that they were expecting to bring to the struggle of an Asian woman in America. That's what I'm saying. Hope somebody else out there understand me, because I know Dub don't. And you know what I'm saying? Instead of going on and on about this, we can move on.
I feel you. An asteroid flies scarily close to Earth recently. I saw an article recently where they said an asteroid came within like I don't want to quote the exact mileage. Like, let's just say if it came 60,000 miles,
Okay.
close enough to Earth, or I'm not sure how far we are from the sun and whatever, but it came real close to Earth. The problem with this is that the scientists and the people are saying that we don't have the capability to destroy an asteroid if it comes directly towards the Earth.
Okay.
So what was the movie? What was the movie with Bruce Willis?
Yeah, I think.
What was it called?
Wasn't that called?
Armageddon.
Don't wanna close my eyes. Yo, that song right there, boy.
Nigga,
don't wanna fall asleep cause I miss you, babe.
And I'm gonna tell you some real ass shit. I'm gonna tell you some real ass shit.
Yeah.
Originally, when I watched that movie, nigga, I shed a tear, bro.
Yeah.
I did. I forgot exactly what part it was because it was so long ago that I watched this movie.
Yeah.
But there was a part in this movie where that shit made me cry.
Yeah,
I was just like, yo, this shit.
Bruce Willis is my favorite actor, bro.
I was like, yo,
Armageddon was the shit, bro.
This shit is real, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was pretty much about the same thing. It was an asteroid that was coming towards Earth, and they had to
because of Earth, and they had to fly up there and put landmines on that joint.
Yeah.
And
break it apart or whatever.
Like, you know what I mean? Split it apart.
All right, so this was some. I'll say. So that was the movie back. Well, how long ago that movie came out? At least 10 years or more ago.
What? That shit came out in the 90s, bro.
Okay, so it came out in the 90s.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. So now
like
this actually
25
happened.
years ago. Yeah.
This actually happened recently. I sent you the text. I can't really read it right now on my phone. But asteroid came scarily close to Earth, bro. And it's bringing into question.
Why is it scarily and I'm just not hearing about this?
You just not hearing about it?
I'm just not hearing about
when
it.
I sent you the text message or today?
Yeah, when you sent me the text message.
Nigga, you.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
we were on the verge of extinction out here. I didn't know.
Well,
So
it wasn't on the verge of extinction, but they were saying that it was big enough that it could destroy a state. Like, it could take a state off the map.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if it hit us, it's definitely going to take a state off the map, and it's definitely going to cause some kind of pollution from whatever dust hit the ground to, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
throughout the
block out the sun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's going to cause some problems, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So do you believe that all this stuff?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, I don't.
You don't believe? So you think they just made this up?
Yeah.
Why though?
And because what was the last footages they have of this thing happening? Something even remotely close to this happening.
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not a historian, so
yeah,
I'm pretty sure they do have some.
The only thing they could tell me about is the dinosaurs being extinct via this.
Okay.
But they don't have another example of like an entire state getting wiped off.
That's a good example, because remember, we are a lot of times we think about Earth, right? We think about how Earth, this grand planet, Earth, it's Earth, motherfucker. But nah, we are a speck in the grand scheme of the universe,
or so they say.
Not even so they say, dude. We can't imagine how big the universe is. All we can imagine is
based
from the sun.
Based on what they told you.
But from what they told us, from what we learned from elementary school until now, all we could do is imagine
from what lies you were taught. Possibly. So all we could imagine is from the sun to Pluto. That's it. That's based on the reality that you were told to accept.
Yes, like I said, dude, lies, whether the truth, lies, whatever else you want to throw in there, bro.
Yeah, okay.
All we can imagine is from what the sun until the fucking Pluto. Mm-hmm. And what they call Pluto now, Planet X or some shit like that, Zeb, some shit. I don't know what it is. Okay, but that's all we can imagine. Yeah. So even if we think about that now, let's just think about an asteroid. Okay, as people, let's just think about an asteroid half the size of the moon. Okay, right? Yeah. What's the probability of this asteroid coming in from somewhere farther than Pluto? Because Pluto is far. Okay. Right, light years away.
If you decide to accept that.
If you decide to accept that, this asteroid is going to come from way out there. Okay. Past Pluto, Neptune, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, all the way down to freaking Earth to hit us directly. And when we say hit us directly, we talking about Earth in the United States.
Yeah, right here, specifically in Florida or wherever the heck you want.
Can you grasp that, bro? And remember, what we also know about gravity is certain things coming in at a certain speed is gonna burn up before it hit the ground. Right. Blah 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 blah. So this thing has to be big enough to travel from that far away, past all these planets, and hit us directly to fuck up some shit.
And we only found about a week later or so.
Yeah, we found about it after it happened. After
it's too late. Like, yo, listen, man, this joint is on its way. Ain't nothing we could do about it. It is what it is.
And the only so-called evidence that we have is some shit millions of years ago that supposedly destroyed the dinosaurs and caused a ice age.
All right. Well, so I feel like you sounding like you are not in belief of all this stuff, which I think we are, but I think we just have different reasons why we don't believe this shit.
No, I'm saying that I do believe it.
So you do believe that? You do believe that this is capable of happening?
I believe it definitely is capable of happening. Is it inevitable? No, I don't think it is.
So you don't think it's never going to happen?
No, I don't think it is never going to happen. It's not going to happen in my lifetime. It's not going to happen in my kids' or my grandkids' lifetime. I don't think so. I could be wrong. Could be 1,000%.
Some lucky SOB in our generation is gonna get it.
Maybe. Right. Maybe some descendant of us is gonna get it.
Okay. All right. Word. I just don't believe none of this shit.
So when you say you don't believe none of this shit, so you don't believe that an asteroid came close enough to Earth for us to think about, hey, maybe if something like this were to happen, we should be able to shoot something in the fucking sky and blow that shit apart.
I think you know what? I think I'd be at peace with that in that instance. I think I'd be in peace of like this is not in my control to any capacity at all. All right, let's ride this shit out, bro. What y'all doing? Where the party at? We gonna have this asteroid party or no?
Okay, so let me.
You know what I'm saying? I would hate to be here and living throughout the after effects. Then I'd rather just let's blast this shit out like one time. Let's just all go.
Okay, so let's bring it down a level. Bring down a whole bunch of notches, right? Yeah. So let's just bring it down to like say gun talk, knife talk, hand talk. All right. If there's a possibility that somebody could disrespect your family. There's a possibility that somebody could
this asteroid.
I'm gonna just listen
Get
to it.
This
listen
right
for
here.
It. Listen for it.
All right.
So there's a possibility that somebody could disrespect your family. Somebody could disrespect you. There's a possibility that somebody could break into your house. Okay. It's a possibility. Is it likely to happen? No, it's probably not likely to happen. So would you not now, hey man, a couple of times a week or a month, let me just make sure my jab's straight. Okay. Let me make sure my hook could land if I were to ever get into a fight. Let me make sure I can protect myself if my family needed protecting as far as like say a gun is concerned or something like that. I'm just giving different perspectives. Is it out of your mind to say, yo, I'm X amount of years old. Let me just be ready for a scuffle if I need to get into a scuffle.
Okay.
It's the same thing for the United States. Same thing for the world. For us to be able to be like, yo, hey, it might not ever happen, but let's just try to develop the capability that if it does happen, we got something that can counteract it and minimize it.
All right, man. That's why we got our Space Wars, man. You and President Trump. I'm glad you're going to vote to re-elect him because, you know what I'm saying, you got the Space Force. You got the Space Force, man. So hopefully.
Down with the Space Force, man.
Hopefully you're down with the
Space Force
man.
alumnus.
That definitely, example you just gave me, ain't had nothing to do with nothing, bro. But I can't see
It's
that.
about defending.
I don't see that parallel.
It's about defending the planet of Earth.
All right, I got you.
From any kind of potential super duper disaster.
Did you see President Trump trying to take credit, talking about some in these times on this presidency in the United States of America, we got the cure for AIDS and childhood cancer.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
No.
Yo, this man literally have a speech where he said that and stopped for like 30 seconds to gather all the praises
applause,
he can. You know what I'm saying? Taking credit for in his administration the cure for AIDS and the cure for cancer, childhood cancer.
But we know that it's out there though. But go ahead.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We know that it's out there. It's just a trip to see, you know, President Trump, you know what I'm saying, trying to take credit for that. Similar to how he tried to take credit for the ASAP Rocky thing. But yeah, we've been but you know, one question popped in my mind the other day with AIDS, you know what I'm saying? AIDS, like we all kind of heard about it heavily and strongly, and I guess the rest of society kind of felt it like after Magic Johnson got diagnosed. Yeah. And all that. And, you know, they saying that when they test him now, there's no trace, basically. They're saying that he's not HIV positive. They won't say he's cured, though. So the word cure is not there, but however, they said there was at least 2 cases out there where people were cured. From HIV, and I was like, damn, that is amazing. I'm glad, you know what I mean, that's coming around, that's rolling around, and you know what I mean, what kind of society are we gonna have when HIV is cured? Like, you know what I'm saying, like people gonna be fucking like
I'm
crazy.
invincible out here, bro.
But it also made me ask, like, you think Magic Johnson asked to go raw on the wifey?
Of course.
You think she let him? You don't think over like the last damn near 25 years you like, yo, let me put the head in real quick?
I think she did.
You think she did?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I was wondering, does the wife, you know what I'm saying, let him put the head in? I just always
yeah. I think she did. To be 100%, yeah. I mean, I don't want to get into their bedroom life or whatever, but yeah, I think she did. Yeah.
All right, you think you get the head in? All right, cool. Shout out to Magic, man.
What up? Couple strokes, man. Yeah. I gotta feel like a human.
Yeah, exactly, man. If I gotta go for 25 years without feeling some raw pussy, man, I don't know, fam. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Right, what else we got, man?
So that's our conclusion on this whole asteroid shit.
Yeah. Why you want to beat a dead horse with a stick, bro? All right. What else you want to say about the asteroid? Listen, why don't you draw up some schematics and some plans?
Hey, no, I ain't smart enough for that, bro.
And you let me know how you want to tackle these these issues.
I'm good.
As it relates to asteroids, and you know what I'm saying, do you want to do?
I don't know enough about them, bro. I'm just saying,
do you want to go the Armageddon route?
The probability and the chances, and what it said. What's the Hunger Games motto? The odds are in your favor.
Yeah.
I think the odds are in our favor, bro.
We're gonna fly there. We're gonna land perfectly on this moving object, and you know we're gonna plant landmines, and we're gonna be able to blow it up.
I think
within that window of opportunity, that's gonna.
May the odds be in our favor. I think they are. So you know.
Okay. Well, they've been this long, so you know.
Yeah, millions of years. So.
I remember the last state or city that got wiped off the map. So I think we're good. I think we're good.
Definitely.
I think we're good.
So Mario Lopez out here saying that kids shouldn't pick their gender. I don't know the exact quote that he said, but basically, from what I understand, is that I don't know if he was asked a question or if he just voluntarily came out with his statement, but the basis of it.
Yeah, so there are celebrities out there that have announced and you know came forward and said they're allowing their kids to live, you know, whatever gender role that suits them. They're not really specifically giving their kids a gender. They're giving them the option. Something to this aspect we covered on one of our podcasts is maybe a good little while ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember we covered something like that. So I forgot what country it was in where they're pretty much, they're letting the boys dress like girls if they choose. Like 3 days out the week they could be a boy, 3 days out the week they could be a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, all right. So Mario Lopez was just saying like, look, I don't feel. He basically said he don't see nothing wrong with being transgender.
Mm-hmm.
However, he doesn't feel like 3-year-olds should be given that choice.
Yeah.
And basically, being that he's his recurring role on E and his commentary and all that stuff that he's pretty much the Latin Ryan Seacrest. He had to backtrack these statements, so that he could keep his public image up. And I feel disappointed for him that he had to do that.
Okay, so the quote that he said is, whatever whatever he was responding to, he says, but at the same time, my God, if you're 3 years old
Mm-hmm.
and you're saying you're feeling a certain way, or you think you're a boy or a girl or whatever the case may be, I think it's just dangerous as a parent to make this determination then. Well, okay, then you're going to be a boy or a girl, whatever the case may be. It's sort of alarming, my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
I just think about the repercussions later on.
Yeah. And how do you feel about that?
I feel exactly like he does, bro. To be honest with you, like, yo, I don't think that's a decision that parents should be making at that time. Like, yo, man, as a child, you go through all kind of sorts of thoughts and shit throughout, your head or whatever the case is. So you're trying to tell me that as your child, at 3 years old, if you have a daughter born a girl, right, gender. And I guess let's define a girl. You know what I'm saying? Ovaries and a vagina. That's a girl, right? So if your child is born with ovaries and a vagina, it's a little girl, and your little girl tell you've been raising her, you've been acknowledging her as a girl until 3 years old. But at 3 years old, she's telling you that, yo, I like bad bitches, and you know what I'm saying, bitches with fat ass or whatever the case is. Like, I mean, I'm being extra right now, but. You know what I mean? Like, they tell you that they feel like a boy. What would be your response? Okay, you're a boy?
What I'm going to respond to this is with a tweet from a transgender female by the name of Blair White. And the tweet that person tweeted out says, a transgender 3-year-old is like a vegan cat.
Mm-hmm.
We all know who's making those life choices.
Whoever the owner is.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
So I'm ashamed that Mario Lopez had to retract his statements and something like that. I feel like he was absolutely right.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he was doing nothing damaging.
No.
I am not somebody that's against transgender or anything like that.
Me neither.
But however, they're right. It's like you should not help a 3-year-old make those choices. You should not.
Yeah.
There should be a time point where they're becoming more of themselves, and you will be able to see if that or those are the life choices that they want to go with. But at 3 years old,
that's ridiculous.
That
bro.
is ridiculous. It's not that child making that decision. It's you giving them those options, and you know what I mean. Like, come on, man. Like, we shouldn't be doing that as a society, man.
Yeah.
We should not, you know?
But I guess the thing is that we spoke about this in the past. Everybody is trying to find a reason. I feel like we were trying to find a reason to be offended about something, bro. Like, yo.
Yeah.
I get it. You feel differently about what he's saying, but what is there that's so offensive about what he's saying?
Right.
He's just speaking his truth.
Right. He should not be bullied or threatened with his career to backtrack.
Oh, he's anti-LBGT QA.
Nah, he never came across that way. And if what is wrong with a heterosexual person identifying with heterosexual shit? What is wrong with that? What is wrong with me giving a heterosexual perspective?
Yeah.
Why does that have to be deemed as anti-transgender or anti-gay? I'm just saying, from a heterosexual perspective.
Yeah.
It's not me being anti nothing else.
I agree.
I'm just speaking from what I know and what I've experienced.
Yeah.
And what I see right or wrong with that in that instance doesn't make my thoughts or my statements the Bible. No, it doesn't mean I should be canceled. If he's speaking on causing harm or saying, shame on or something like that, that's That's different. But him just basically speaking on a child's upbringing and a child's mental health, or I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that, man.
I agree.
I don't feel like nothing wrong with that.
I'm with you, man.
Yeah.
What else we got? I think that's about it for this episode, bro.
No, I thought you had something else, man.
We had I guess let's talk about this shit. Do you think that black folks have a trouble with communication?
All right, so the reason why I wanted to speak on something like that is because you know what I'm saying, I've gotten a new role in my career or whatever.
And I think you was the perfect person to ask this. That's why I brought it up.
Right now I'm working with several black folks.
Yeah.
Some of them my age and under.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's because the role that I have, where some of them are maybe standoffish or apprehensive to speak to me, or
pardon us for the rain in the background. Yeah. We have no control over the
rain
weather.
On me.
It is what it is. Yeah,
we're gonna play.
Just take it as a soothing backdrop.
Yeah, we're gonna play
to these
we're
sexy
gonna play
ass
Ashanti on
hear.
SoundCloud. In the background for those who listen on SoundCloud. You know what I'm saying? Rain on me. But yeah, man. So I get a lot of where I've seen a lot of the traits or some of the stupid shit that I've done. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? To maybe disrespect somebody in authority or be standoffish or you know what I mean, just not being that vibe or whatever it is, or that come across disrespectful. And I'm like, damn, look at me getting all the shit that I used to give. And it's like, yo, do I really want to be a hypocrite and tackle these things or da-da-da-da-da? And it's like, even speaking with some people, like looking at the attitude they give me and, the unwillingness to make eye contact and, some of those things, I'm like, damn, look at this shit.
Yeah.
And, or let me take it even a step further. And let me maybe paint a bad picture of myself. I don't really mean to come across like this, but sometimes let me speak. Sometimes I don't feel like I don't like hood people or I got a problem with hood people, but sometimes it's like a natural instinct takes me out of character real quick, and I'm like, yo, why did I do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes like you turn around and you see a chick with the big eyelashes and the gold in the mouth, and you're like, oh, like damn, why did I just do that? And why I don't know how to relate to this person. I feel like a different species from me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know how to talk to that person. I say hello, they roll their eyes at me. Like, what is this? Like, what is it? Different tribes, different cultural backgrounds that just don't allow us, or is it something that we spoke on one time where it's like, yo, black people swear they know you, and they're already assuming and judging you without actually speaking to you. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So,
and on the flip side, we're already assuming and judging them.
Yeah.
Without speaking to them.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, and I'm trying my best. I realize some of the nuances and some of the ignorant shit that I may have done, or, you know what I'm saying, not consciously, but maybe subconsciously. Like I said, like, turn around and see somebody with goals in their mouth and big eyelashes and tattoos all over their arm, and you know what I'm saying, like, you
assume they're a certain way.
Yeah, assume they're a certain way when this person is most likely more intelligent than I am, and you know what I'm saying, could accomplish more than I can and have accomplished more than I can in life and shit like that. So you know what I mean, like I have to get rid of my predisposed stereotypes that may be in the back of my head and shit like that. But I'm wondering how often people think about these type of things, and you know what I'm saying, how often are we willing to compromise to bring forth exception of our own skin colors, you know what I mean?
I think that we think about this shit constantly, and I think that we think about it when we, especially me, let me talk about myself specifically. I feel like I interact with people of different religions, of different ethnicities, of different skin color all the time, right? And I feel like there's certain constants with people. And what I've come across, and this is negative, is that a lot of black folks that I interact with don't communicate properly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for those that don't know, I'm an X-ray technologist.
Uh-huh.
I X-ray people on a daily basis, Monday through Friday at my job. And I come across black folks of different ethnicities, of different ethnical backgrounds, of different levels of education, right? And what I've noticed is that the similarities are kind of glaring. And I've noticed that a lot of the black folks that I interact with, I don't know if it's because I'm black, they interact with me a certain kind of way. I don't want to say they interact with me different than maybe say a white person that's coming to do the x-ray or whatever, but I noticed that they interact with me a certain kind of way.
Yeah.
So I'll come into a room and I'll say, hey, I'll introduce myself and I say I'm here to do an x-ray, and they just kind of give me the head nod or give me the okay. All right. It's like one word reactions. It's not just like, okay, all right, that's cool. Or
what's this? What does that mean?
What does that mean? Or blah, blah. Like, they don't ask any questions or whatever. It's just like I said, it's either a head nod.
Yeah, that respect level that we're supposed to have for each other.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have. And go ahead, let you finish.
So when I get Spanish backgrounds, or when I get white folks or Indians or Asians or whatever, and like I said, I interact with a lot of different people, I get different reactions, but there's a consistent reaction amongst black folks that is just kind of like, yo, it leads me to question, do we have a problem with communication? Because I'm just kind of looking at it like, yo, I talk to my kids all the time. And I tell them like, yo, man, you got to be able to communicate with people on different levels.
Absolutely.
You got to be able to communicate with people on different ethnicities, different educational levels, blah, 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 blah. Like, you got to be able to talk to people.
You can't break down those walls unless you're able to communicate and convey your point or convey your desires or expectations. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like it's a consistent thing where I talk to people that's unable to really effectively communicate with me. So it led me to the question, do we as black folks have a communication issue?
I don't think it's a communication issue, Dub. I don't. I think we as black folks should pay more attention to respecting for each other.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like we do that. So I feel like in your instance where you're talking about where, you're getting the short word, all right, they might look at you like you the homeboy. All right, homie. All right, homeboy right there.
Like you understand the language.
Yeah, you understand the language. You understand how it get down. And they might refer, homeboy over there took care of me or this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or, but I feel like, all right, for me, I work in retail, and I get, like you said, different people from different backgrounds, whatever. Black nonetheless, but they're from different regions of the world. Yeah. And while a white person might look at him like, oh, look at this motherfucker. Don't know how to speak no damn English, but they want service and this, that, and the third. I never look at it like that. I'm going to do my best to give you the most utmost service because I respect you. You know what I'm saying? And you deserve that. Until you figure out how to communicate what you're looking for better, I have to be like, you know what I'm saying, that lifeline that you could look at and say, all right, you know what I'm saying? There's people out there that's willing to help and shit like that. And I could just get through my day a little bit better if I knew how to say certain words or da-da-da-da. Yeah. But my problem is, I ain't gonna lie, with black Americans, bro, I feel like I can't get to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I don't know how to speak spicy like that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like the bit from Patrice O'Neal. He was like, yo, he was like, I hunt where I know how to catch and da-da-da-da. And he was talking about, you know what I'm saying, how a white female, where a white female is more polite up front But a black female, you be like, hey, excuse me, how you doing? They be like, how you doing? What the fuck you mean, how you doing? He's like, nah, bitch, I just want to tell you your hair fucked up. He's like, what you mean my hair fucked up? He's like, nah, I'm just playing, honey, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to see what's going on with you. And then that might start the conversation, but it's like, it starts with a spiciness that I don't know.
You got to bring that level down.
Yeah. But I don't know those nuances, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to break down those levels and, you know what I'm saying, get. So I tend to stay away from them, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm still, you know what I mean? Like, I still play double dutch and how to relate. So, you know what I'm saying? It's still a level of finding that middle ground, you know what I mean? But I think we all need to be understanding that we come from different walks of life and we're just not always of the same thinking.
I guess
and same verbiages, we don't use the same languages sometimes, so we got to find a common ground where we could communicate.
I feel you.
On.
And my thing is it cultural? Because remember, it's kind of difficult because me and you are of the same background. Mm-hmm. You are of Jamaican descent, being that you was born in Jamaica and you came here. I'm of Jamaican descent, as in my parents are Jamaican, but I was born here in the United States. So I kind of understand both backgrounds. Yeah. And I get a lot of Jamaican clients or Jamaican patients whether it be Chinese Jamaican, black Jamaican, Indian Jamaican, whatever. And a lot of people don't understand that, where you can look at somebody or you look at them and you say, yo, this nigga from China. Yeah. But this dude is Jamaican through and through. Yeah. And he speak nothing but fucking patois, and you talk to him, it's like, yo, I go on, Bedrin, this, that, and the third. And you look at it like, yo, why is this dude not speaking?
What's this coming out your mouth? Like,
why is he not speaking Mandarin or some shit like, yo, this nigga from Jamaica. He's Jamaican. Yeah. And I get that all the time, and I try to navigate my way throughout that. And sometimes it's just kind of like, yo, what up with you? Like, what's going on? Yeah. Why is it that you don't talk to me like I'm a regular person? Yeah. And I can't speak from a white person or any other person's perspective. I can only speak from mine, where it's like, yo, I'm talking to you in English. You understand English. Yeah. Hey, my name is such and such. Yeah. I'm here for such and such. Yeah. How you? All right. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Like, it's just one guana. Nigga. Yeah. What? Yeah. Do you speak to everybody like this, or is it just me?
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they do not, man. I've seen people. Like I said, black people. We have an issue with how we treat other black people, man. I've seen instances where, like, I might be your superior. You know what I'm saying, at a work level, and you wouldn't give me the same respect you give the white man if the white man was your superior. You feel me? So it's like, yo, why do we do that to each other? It's
and I guess that's my question in the grand scheme of things.
It's like, why do we do that to each other? Let's give each other the same respect we'll give anybody. Yes. And that's when I said about, like, Haitians, Americans, and all the different black Americans or black people that I come across in the retail world, is, I guess my message there was, I want to treat everybody the same. I want to go to sleep saying I don't got no problem with nobody. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't got no problem with speaking to this person. It's just maybe they wasn't really with it, but I treat that person with the same respect I give this other person, that other person. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? That way I know when somebody's disrespecting me, when I need to, you know what I mean, address it, or are they disrespecting me because they don't know no better? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all tell us.
You tell us, man.
Y'all tell us, man. Yeah. Like I said, Killer work in a certain Kyle. Yeah, Kyle works in a certain industry. Yeah. It's your boy Mark.
Smart.
Mm-hmm. I work in a different industry, and I'm just trying to get a grasp of it all. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to talk to people how the way that I want to be spoken to. Mm. And I feel like I respect everybody. And sometimes I look at it for me, dude, it's disrespect. Like, yo, talk to me like I'm a regular person. Talk to me like, yo, you are here for my benefit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I speak to you like, yo, I'm here for your benefit. Hey, hello, my name is such and such. This is what I'm here for. Mm-hmm. This is what the doctor ordered. This is what I'm instructed to do. Is everything okay? Yeah. Do you need this? Do you need that? Blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm coming at you from a service aspect of everything. Mm-hmm. This is my approach. my approach is always from a service aspect. It's never from I'm above you. It's never from you need to feel a certain kind of way or happy that I'm here. Nah, I'm from a service aspect. Like, yo, I'm here for a service for you. I get a different service from Hispanics. I get a different service from whites. A different service from blacks. And the service from blacks seemed to be kind of consistent, and it seemed to be in the vein of, yeah, nigga, you are here to service me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I could talk to you any kind of way. Yeah. Yeah, when you talk to me, I don't really got to answer you. Yeah. You know what I'm...
Yeah.
I don't.
I went to Walmart one time, and there was a price discrepancy where I was absolutely in the right. Yeah. But... You know what I mean? The hood sister that was the goddamn manager on duty at the time was just like, nah, we can't do that. I'm like, well, why you can't do it? It clearly says this and it's clearly that. Yeah. I'm not asking for nothing unfair. I wasn't even like there like, oh, somebody done messed up. Let me grab this. Like I grabbed it based on what the price I saw and I brought it to you. Now you see that there was a mistake made on your company's behalf. Honor that. And like, nah, we ain't finna do that. We can't do that. And it's like, and they give me, yo, if you don't want it, you don't want it. And it's like, damn, like if I was a white person, you'd have made this happen. Yeah. You would have made this happen, man.
So on the flip side, when we feel like that, and I know you and you know me, are we justified in feeling like that? Because I don't go again. Yeah. Like you said, I picked up this certain item. Yeah. Going to the register, like, yo, this is what it's gonna be. Yeah. Yeah. Your company messed up. Yeah. But they look at it as,
oh, I know you. You probably don't flip that back there, or
nah,
you
trying
to cheat the system. Like
that ain't it.
So we're never given that level of, you know what I'm saying? Only time we give each other that level of respect is when we have the white man coming against one of our own, right? So then it's like, oh, nah, y'all crackers can't do that to him. Nah. That man was right. That man was, you know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to do that to him. Try to do that to him. But let it be one of ours. And it's like, you ain't getting no passes out here, bro. You don't got no credibility over here. So you probably switched them damn prices, bro. You came here with that Sharpie. What you mean?
So y'all tell us what does that speak to?
And how are we gonna go forward from this? Man, what's the go forward from this, guys?
Hey, man.
I think we covered a lot in that ground right there. Yeah. But I think there's a general point we're trying to say, and it's in between all those examples that we gave. Definitely. You know what I mean? I don't think we had a cohesive perspective on that one right there. But you know what I'm saying? Overall, I think it was a dope ass podcast, man. Definitely. So enjoyed myself here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one as well. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Thunder's out here.
Conversation.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Definitely.
So shout out to all our day ones. Shout out to all our start to finishers. Hashtag. Please hit us with that same hashtag. Encourage others to do the same thing. Share on social media. Damn, this fucking thunder is crazy right now.
I mean, it's right there. You don't see the light and you hit one Mississippi and the thunder coming like they're right next to your block, bro. Yeah, don't go outside right now.
So our start to finishers, please share this on your social media. Encourage, send it on your text message, your whatever. Encourage others to check out and subscribe to Bootleg Cable Podcast. Y'all the advocates for us.
I put my lifetime in between the papers line. I be a quiet story, niggas a flat ride. See ya. I ain't good show. Nigga, I bust more guns and you hold that up.
Hey, man, y'all the advocates for us, man. We appreciate y'all checking us out every episode. It is what it is, man. It's Bootleg Cable Podcast.
You thought this well to the edge under one cut. Because it's never hot damn hoe. Here we go again. Light as a rock, bitch. Hard as a cock, bitch.
Hey, man, peace out, man. Love y'all.
Peace to y'all, man.
Appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. Y'all know what it is, man.
Quiet Storm episodes, man. Peace, man.
Doses. Good shit. Yeah, man. Good shit. Bootleg Cable Podcast.